Hello, guys, and welcome to the fourth session of AI for Climate Activists training. So, in today's session, we are going to be talking about AI and data colonialism. So, um, through today's session, the objectives are going to be as following. We should be able to define what data colonialism and its historical parallels are. We're going also to show the mechanics of extraction in our daily tools, understand the link to labor exploitation and digital dependency, as well as to develop actionable strategies for digital sovereignty. So this is the fourth session. The fourth session, as I said, we have been through three already, so kind of halfway there. We are going to be going through digital securities in AI-powered environments, the ethical AI for activism, the way we can do work with AI in a good way, in a good manner, and also, eventually, we're going to be closing with environmental impacts of artificial intelligence models. Let's dive straight into and understand what is basically the threats that we are faced with. So, data is the new resource, yes? So, same system but new assets. And how is that? Is basically through comparing colonialism, saying the historical colonialism is basically all about extracted physical resources like lands, minerals, and human labor to enrich colonial centers. This extraction was justified by claiming the land was empty or the resources were just there and not exploited. Um, Today's type of colonialism is data colonialism, which is um, extracting the human life, behavior, and social relations, which is basically data, for profit. It is mainly controlled by companies in the global north. This is justified by claiming our data is free, abundant, and valueless to us as individuals. So the myth here is it is for free. So when a service is free, so you are not a customer, but you are the product, and your data is mainly the resource that they are mining. The mechanics for extraction is infrastructural control. So foreign companies control the pipes, the cloud servers, cables, operating systems, and everything related to that. So this forces us to store sensitive data on their territory, outsourcing our sovereignty. Um, Platform gatekeeping is basically platforms like Facebook, the free basics, becomes the only way to access the internet, to access actual news, and to connect with people. So controlling discourse and ensuring a constant data flow back to their headquarters. That's how they do. You always tap that Facebook icon and scroll, text, take pictures, post things, and give your data away. And financial dependency, of course. And how's that? Is that foreign platform processes payments and offer microloans, which lock citizens into financial systems where their transaction is used to create risk profiles without local oversights. That's how it's done. The hidden cost here, so there is some exploited labor and physical land as well. So the exploited digital labor, um, simply getting it to be understood that way. AI relies on millions of hours of human work that's often or probably all the time, is paid poorly, primarily in the global south. And what does that human work do is basically data labeling and annotation. So people out there manually tagging images uh, and also transcribing audio to train AI models. So there are people out there um, giving giving artificial intelligence models um, let's say instructions. This is a cat, this is a dog, this is a tree, this is a can, or whatever it is, and transcribing audios for the AI models to train on. Also, the content moderation. There are people out there, their work is shielding the world from hate speech and violence on platforms. It is a mentally traumatic and it's usually a low wage job. When it comes to resource extraction, AI system requires massive energy that are data centers basically and raw materials. Um, Basically, there are rare minerals such as cobalt, lithium, and so much more that are mined in countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo or Bolivia, often linked to conflict and child labor, unfortunately. So the impact here is the digital colonial project creates wealth and drives the demand for minerals, worsening resource extraction issues that we've fought for decades. So fossil fuel nowadays are not only used to get heavy machineries to work or cars or means of transportation to work. No, but it's also used to fuel data centers and to get artificial intelligence models to work. A reflection point of where are we giving our power. So here, let's identify dependency. What is one essential service of your or that your organization or community relies on that is completely controlled by a foreign tech company? Communication, mapping, fundraising, file storage, or whatever it is, and what are the local solutions that are there? Does a local nonprofit or an open source alternative exist for this service or not? If not, what would it take for your local community or institution to build one? Get a moment to reflect, share with us and with your community the outcome of your reflection, and let's get things started. So, moving on next is how to reclaim sovereignty. What should we do exactly for us to mainly keep and own our data? It is first things first, um, data localization and governance. We have to demand laws that require sensitive citizen and government data to be stored and processed locally under the jurisdictions of local courts. Second things is promoting open source alternative. So um, we have to push governments, universities, non-governmental organizations to use free and open source softwares and open data platforms whenever and wherever it's possible. Um, Next is labor rights in the AI supply chain. We have to demand global labor standards for digital workers, including data labelers, content moderators, ensuring fair wage and mental health support, um, and the right to organize, basically. Last but not least is collective data rights. We have to move beyond individual privacy, which is easily compromised, to demanding collective ownership of data generated by community or tribe or a city, society, or whatever it is. The tactics to build autonomy now is to adopt decentralized communication. We have to switch to end-to-end encrypted tools, non-corporate tools like Signal, maybe Telegram, for all sensitive communication. Let's step out of the meta um, empire, such as Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp and stuff like that. We have to practice data minimization. We only collect the data that we absolutely need, and when we are done with it, we try to securely delete it. Localize the knowledge, so we have to avoid relying solely on foreign owned cloud storage. I mean, I know it is easy to access AWS or Microsoft Azure or whatever cloud storage it is, Google Cloud Storage or OneDrive or whatever it is else. But we have to invest in a local community owned server space or encrypted local hard drives for core documents, the ones that we need to secure the most. Say. Um, Last but not least is to educate the network, to host mini trainings for the team and partners on why they should switch to privacy preserving tools. Maybe frame it as an act of resistance, if that's what it is or what it gets to. So, finishing on with takeaways, the main things you have to keep in mind are data colonialism is the new structural injustice underpinning AI power. The fight for digital sovereignty is a continuation of the fight for self determination, and we must shift from being passive users to active creators and regulators of our own digital infrastructure and security. The core principle here, we are the assets. So let's not get ourselves to be vulnerable. Um, as what it comes next, we're going to be talking about the digital security, no, the ethical AI for activism. How is it ethical? We are going to be also talking about how to use the artificial intelligence models for good to help us, and about the environmental impacts of artificial intelligence models. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to check power2voices.org for the remaining sessions. And as always, stay curious and thank you so much.